Well, it is tough, I think, to plow through all the snow, and then you've got this ice overnight, and I know they are trying their best, but folks got to get to work, and you got to drive on top of some of it. And yeah, this is pretty recent, 6440 in Chesterfield at Timberlake Manor. You've got a stall here. It's a distraction, right? So it's off the road, but it's a distraction that could get you, and you're already distracted, being forced to make a few choices when you're out there. You know, maybe you are exiting on a lane and you see, wow, that one has off the highway has not been really moved aside, or the snow is all over it. Well, now it's frozen snow. So those lanes are very difficult, almost like when you're driving like a go-kart, a kiddie go-kart that already has the lanes. You're like, I can't get off the lanes. That's what we are seeing a lot out there on our roadways because of the temperatures. And we've got a view of that from every side of the river and all of our highways with our team coverage, which you'll see here in just a bit. But 64 westbound still dealing with this exit that is blocked on the way to 70 and the Stan Musial. So that's important to know that, and make sure you adjust accordingly. Maybe you work downtown near the Arch, which here is going to be open at noon. Well, you're going to give yourself some extra time, hopefully, if you go that way around the airport. We are better than we were in the 5 o'clock hour, so good news there, but still give yourself some extra time. And you do have the exit still blocked at 170. 170 and Scudder is where that is. Now, we have not talked so much about North County moving well. Jefferson County moving well, still snow covered, but these are spots you'll give yourself extra time, and it's all about your subdivision where you got to make those 90-degree turns because it has been plowed into the lane. So just be careful there, and we'll talk more. We'll talk more about it coming up. Also, you know what? We want to get out and take a look at the snowy roads with meteorologist Tracy Henson. Like I said, we were just teasing it right off to you, and you've had some great coverage. Valley Park, near the airport. You've been everywhere. Where are you now, Tracy Henson?
You know, that is a good question. We are on 44, just coming up on Lafayette. We are starting to see our first light here, which is really quite pretty. The Arch is putting on a show. But as Gary mentioned, these clear skies make things really cold outside. Our car thermometer says it is 1 degree outside, and it feels much colder than that. So we are lucky to be in the car today. Now, as you can see, look at that. We have got white lines that we can see. This is good. Now, 141 was a different story where we really couldn't see any of the lanes we were in. 64 has been a little bit hit or miss. It just depends. I will say I think people are a little bit overconfident this morning on the road. We're seeing a lot of pretty fast driving happening here, and our road conditions change rapidly. 1 minute we can have lanes like this, and then the next it'll look more like over here if we go to the fast lane here. So this is the fast lane. You can see it is totally iced over, and it is quite glossy. This happens in a hurry. Even just in that time where I moved the camera, look at the difference between what our road condition was just a moment ago. Now, earlier I did also check on BJC, Mercy, Mobap. All of those parking lots and the on and off ramps in those areas looked very good. So that's some good news if you have to be at the doctor's office today or have an emergency. I also was by the airport. Terminal 2 was pretty good. Terminal 1 was still pretty snowy and icy. And be very careful. When we were on 141 earlier this morning, there's a part that's downhill, comes up to a set of lights. We definitely felt the anti-lock brakes chattering a little bit. So that's something you want to be aware of. I think people are seeing black pavement and are getting a little overconfident out here with the road conditions, driving perhaps a little bit too fast because it does change rapidly. As you can see, we're making our way downhill here, almost coming up on the brewery. And it gets a bit slick as we get through this. Notice also that if you get into trouble, you'll be in much bigger trouble very quickly here because all of that snow on the sides, or even like changing lanes to merge here as we make our way onto, are we on 55? I think it's, oh, we're 55, yes. 44. We're still on 44. 40, well, yeah, 44, 55. We're going to make our way across the bridge here downtown. But as you can see, like that merge lane here, in between, there's still some icing here, and then your shoulders can get a bit dicey as well. So we are going, our next plan of attack here is we're going to make our way across some of our bridges downtown. We want to see how those are looking. I will say the bridge into St. Charles earlier looked amazing. That was that bridge on 70 that you passed the Ameristar Casino on. That looked really nice, so that's some good conditions here. We're going to check our downtown bridges, see how that's going. I'll give you a report on some IDOT roads as well. And then towards the end, while we're in streaming, I plan to hit up some of our St. Louis city street spots and tell you more about how like Soulard and St. Louis Hills is looking. So for now, from the Storm Tracker, I'm Tracy Hinson, 5 Underside.